Hey friends, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a what sold on Poshmark video, specifically my 20 most recent sales on the platform. Hopefully this will help to give you an idea of what is selling right now for me and maybe give you some ideas of things you can look for while you're outsourcing, whether they're different styles or brands, and yeah, just give you an overall idea of what I'm selling on Poshmark. So if you're new here, welcome. My name's Jenna. I am a full-time Poshmark seller. I do notice whenever I do these what sold videos, a question I get a lot is how many items I have listed for sale on Poshmark at the time. So currently, right now, I just looked, I have 1,072 active listings in my Poshmark closet. I also sell boutiques, so keep in mind that some of these listings are multi-quantity, so I might have 20 in stock of one listing. So even though it's 1,072 listings, it could be more items, or it definitely is more items than that. So I think that definitely helps to, give me more sales, is having more items listed and also having a higher chance to have bundle sales. Now, of course, you could have 1,072 items that nobody wants or are not popular or sought after. So, it doesn't always mean that you're gonna have a ton of sales if you have a ton of listings, is what I'm trying to say. So without further ado, let's get into my 20 most recent sales. I'm currently filming this on Tuesday afternoon, and I'm gonna go through my most recent sale first. So some of these sales are from today, a bunch are from yesterday, from Monday, and then a few came from Sunday. So the first sale, my most recent one, was actually a bundle. It was a large bundle and it is 8 items. It's mostly boutique items. However, I did have one pre-owned jewelry item in there. So it was a boutique dress, actually 3 boutique dresses. I also noticed that this was a plus size bundle. I love being able to carry plus sizes in my closet, and I don't always find a ton at the thrift store. So by searching out vendors wholesale that sell plus sizes, it helps me to be able to cater to more customers. So 3 dresses, a t-shirt, a Dolly Parton graphic tee, which has been really popular, 2 pairs of boutique earrings, and then there's 1 pair of earrings that were from a thrift store, and then I also had 1 pair of star sneakers, which I showed in my last sold video as well. So basically 8 items sold in the bundle for $245.70, and that was with my 10% off bundle discount. So I have an automatic bundle discount on my closet of 10% off 2 or more items. So this buyer just went in and put all the items in a bundle and bought it with my 10% off. So that came out to $245.70, which is great. And like I always talk about, having similar items or like a more curated closet allows for customers to come in and build bundles. And I found that's what really helps me to increase sales, as well as just build a repeat following. Okay, I feel like I talked a lot about the first sale. I promise I won't talk that much for each one. Okay, the next sale today was a 3-item bundle, and this is a Rolling Stones graphic tee that was from the boutique in my closet, a boutique little surf striped hoodie, and then a pair of brand new Levi's jeans that I sourced retail arbitrage. So I really get my items from all over. I do some retail arbitrage, but not very much. I do mostly thrifted, and then I have my boutique. So those 3 items I sold for $85. Very happy with that. Okay, the next item is a boutique jewelry item, and this is a squash blossom necklace. These have been really popular. I've had these a couple times in stock, and it sold full price for $42. Most of my boutique items are price firm as listed, unless they're in a bundle and then they get my bundle discount, or some older styles I'm trying to move, I might give a little bit better of a deal, as you'll see later. But this was a price firm with this necklace because they've been selling full price. So it was $42, which is great. Cost on boutique can be a little bit higher than thrifted items. So keep that in mind too. Profit margins are sometimes a little bit smaller, even though the sale amount might seem higher. Okay, the next sale was another bundle, and this was 3 items again. This was today, and it's 2 boutique skirts. They're very similar in style. They're like a midi speckled skirt, and I like to model my boutique items because I like to show how I would style them. So like these I styled with a graphic tee and booties, and I just thought it was a really cute look. And then they also bought 1 pre-owned item, which was a Lululemon jacket that I just listed a couple days ago. I showed it in my Instagram stories when I found it. So if you're not following me on Instagram, you definitely should, because I give a lot of sneak peeks of stuff I'm finding while I'm in the thrift store that I might not show on YouTube. So my Instagram is just EMPTYHANGER. I'll put it on the screen and it's linked in the description box down below, but definitely go follow me there. So these 3 items, the jacket and the 2 skirts, sold for $115, and that was a good sale because that was pretty quick. The boutique skirts I haven't had too long, and the jacket I had less than a week. Okay, the next item is actually an item I picked up during, did I pick this up during Thriftmas? No, it was in my last thrift haul, and it is a really cool sweater that I noticed had a flaw when I got it home that I missed in the store. It was actually a big flaw. It was a big hole in the elbow, so I still wanted to list it because I thought it was a cool sweater. So I listed it at $30, and someone offered me $18, and I countered $22 because I kind of just wanted to meet them a little bit in the middle. I know it was flawed, but I thought there was still a lot of life left, so they accepted my counter offer of $22, and it sold in about a week. So sometimes flawed items still sell. If I think it's something that's, you know, too crazy to be fixed or doesn't look good, it messes with the look of the item, then I won't list it, but I will still list items that I might miss a flaw in the store if I think they're okay to sell, like that sweater. Okay, the next sale, we're going back to Sunday now, Monday, so yesterday. I'm getting all my days confused. The sale on Monday was this Lululemon headband, and I listed it and it sold within a couple hours. So it was just a plain Lululemon headband. It sold for $10. I had it listed at $12. These only retail for $18, and someone offered me $8 and I countered them at $10, so I met them in the middle and they accepted. This isn't gonna like make you rich or anything, but they are super fast flips. So if I ever see Lululemon headbands at like garage sales, estate sales, anything like that, and they're pretty inexpensive, I'll pick them up. Okay, the next sale is a pair of Madewell denim shorts, and these were really cool embroidered shorts. I found these retail arbitrage, and retail arbitrage, if you're not familiar, is when you go to like a retail or a discount store and you buy brand new items to flip online. So sometimes you can find really good deals at places like TJ Maxx or Ross or Marshalls or Nordstrom Rack. Like, there's just tons of places out there. Anywhere that basically sells clothing, I'm always looking for deals that I can flip that fit the style of my closet. So these Madewell shorts I loved, and I have had them for a few months now. I think I got them in winter. I got them off season, so I knew it might take a little while to sell, and I had them listed at $50. They offered me $35, and I countered at $40 because I would be happy with that price, and they accepted the $40. So I would definitely pick those up again. I have another pair actually listed, I think in like a size 32. Okay, the next sale is a graphic tee, and this was in that video I did about looking for t-shirts at Goodwill, where I only looked for graphic tees, which I do sometimes when I'm short on time because I just love cool graphic tees. And this was a Sturgis motorcycle rally tee. It was really cool graphics. Actually, this item had 0 likes on it. So I had listed it, I don't know, like 2 weeks ago or whenever that video went up, and there were no likes, and I was kind of surprised by that. And then all of a sudden yesterday someone made an offer of $22 and I accepted it. I had it listed at $25, so $22 is a really reasonable offer, $3 off. So I accepted it, and that just goes to show that someone doesn't have to like an item for it to sell. So I think we get hung up on how many people like an item, and it doesn't matter because someone can just come in and buy it and they don't have to like the item. So don't get caught up if no one likes it. And I have to take my own advice because I was worried why no one had liked it. Okay, the next sale from yesterday is a full price sale, and this is a men's item. I'm super picky with my men's items. It was a Burberry button down plaid shirt, just classic Burberry. I found this at a thrift store right at the end of my Thriftmas challenge, and it sold for full price for $75. Someone just came in and bought it outright, which is great. And full price sales do happen from time to time. I know it seems like we're just getting offers all the time and everyone wants something for a deal, but there are definitely full price sales out there. And what I've noticed is a lot of them come from Google searches. So if you ever get a sale to someone that looks like they just created an account or don't really have an account, and it's a name with a bunch of numbers on it that just looks really spammy, a lot of times those are sales that come from Google checkout. So people don't have to create a Poshmark account to buy an item. If they're searching it on Google and your item comes up, they buy it outright and they buy it full price. They don't even know about making an offer. So those are the best kind of sales in my opinion, although I do notice that they never accept the order. I have to wait the full 3 days for the order to be marked as delivered to get paid, so that's kind of annoying. But it's really important to put keywords and lots of item details and specifics in your listings. That way they show up on Google when someone searches it and you could potentially have a full price sale. So that was my little tangent on that item. But going back to my next Monday sale, this was a pair of denim, a pair of jeans, and I think I only have like 2 pairs left of this. They're a boutique item, so I had a bunch of them. I think I had 12 pairs in the beginning and I think I have 2 left. So I had them listed at $40 and someone offered me $30, and I countered $35 because I am trying to move them. Since I only have a couple pairs left, I want to go ahead and have that item out of my closet. So $35 they accepted my counter, and that was a great sale. Okay, the next item is another boutique item that I've had for a little while, and I think I only have one or two more left of this item as well, and it's a kimono. The kimonos are like one of my staple pieces in my closet, and I have them year round, but I do notice that sales for them start to pick up in spring and summer. So this one I had listed at $44, and I think they offered me $30. I need to start screenshotting so I remember exactly what happened, but I think they offered me $30 on it, and I countered at $38, which was a little bit of a discount. Like I said, I wanted to move it, and even though I'm typically priced firm on boutique items, I did have a little leeway on this piece, so they accepted the counter offer of $38. The next item from yesterday was a belt, and I love my belts. I'm not going to go on and on about them because I always do, but I found this one a few weeks ago. It's just a vintage woven belt. It was really cool. I had this one listed at $18 and someone offered me $12, and I went ahead and accepted it versus like countering or, you know, trying to haggle for a few dollars. $12 is good on just a simple woven belt like that, since I had it listed at something lower to start with. Leather belts I typically start pricing a little bit higher, and especially if they're more unique or higher end brands, but that was just a cool vintage piece. Okay, the next item sold in just a few days. I think I showed this one in my Instagram stories as well, and it was a vintage Lucky Brand, a zip up hoodie, or it's just like an older Lucky Brand style, but it had really cool graphics and just had that retro 70s kind of vibe that I love. I had it listed at $35. It was in excellent condition, and someone offered me $27, and I went ahead and accepted that offer of $27, and it sold in just a couple days. So I know some people shy away from Lucky Brand, and I do not pick up every single Lucky Brand piece that I see, but I think those more unique pieces and some of the older sweatshirts and sweatpants sell for a lot of money. So definitely take a look at them and look up comps or sold listings, and you can get an idea of what those might sell for. Okay, the next sale was a boutique bag that I have, and I've had this one for a little while. I got a bunch of them and I've sold quite a few. I think I probably only have 2 or 3 left, and this one someone bought full price. It is just a really cool Aztec print, like reusable bag. I show it with priority mailboxes in there, so you could technically use it like as a small shipping bag. You could use it as a gym bag, a grocery bag, etc. But someone came in and bought that full price. And then the last sale from yesterday was a soft surroundings tunic. I've been picking up more soft surroundings lately, but like I always preface it, not every single piece by that brand, just the more unique pieces, but it did sell in less than a week. I had this listed at $45. It was a brand new with tags top that retailed for I think $90 or $99. And so I priced it at $45, and someone offered me $35, and I went ahead and accepted that. I could have maybe countered them at $40, but I just went ahead and accepted it since that one sold pretty quickly and I was happy with my profit margin on it. And the final 5 sales come from Sunday, January 5th. So first up is a Rolling Stones graphic tee. This comes from the boutique side of my closet. I love this one. It sold full price for $35. I don't take offers on these, but if they're in a bundle, they get the bundle discount, so $35 on that. Okay, the next sale was also a boutique item. It is a kimono, and like I mentioned, I'm starting to see an uptick in kimono sales, so that's something you can definitely keep an eye on for when you're sourcing. So this one sold for full price for $44. This was actually the last one that I had. I sold a lot of this style. I want to say I sold over 100 of them because I kept restocking it, and people are still asking me for this style. I have it on the screen next to me. I'm trying to show everything on the screen next to me, but I don't think it's currently available from the vendor, from EMPTY, which is the brand it is. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to restock it. If they ever come back in stock, I might get it again just because it's so popular, or I'll just find a new style that's similar. And then the next sale is a thrifted item. Actually, I got this at an estate sale, if I remember correctly. I think I've had this one for about 2 months now, and it's by Tasha Polizzi, which is a Western wear designer. She's like a higher end Western wear clothing designer, and it's just an embroidered top, kind of similar to Johnny Was, this particular style, but her stuff definitely has that more like Southwestern vibe. So I had this listed at $65. Her stuff is very expensive retail, and someone offered me $40 and I countered them at $50. I was gonna be happy with $50, and I typically counter with my lowest price. I don't really like to play games and do like a whole lot of back and forth. So for me, I knew I was gonna be happy with 50, and I knew this person was interested, so I countered with my lowest and they accepted. And I think that's because my counter was pretty reasonable. Like I gave them $15 off, they came up $10, and we kind of met there. So yeah, that just took a couple months to sell. I pretty much pick up anything by Tasha Polizzi if I see it in the store. I see it. I found it thrifting a couple times, and then I found it at a few different estate sales as well. Okay, the next sale is a kimono again, and this one's just a leopard print kimono, and this one sold for full price of $44. And this one's another one that I've sold a bunch of times, so it's kind of like a staple in my Poshmark closet. And then the final sale, sale number 20, is a thrifted item. It is a vintage, what I call grandpa sweater. So it's this crazy like oversized knit sweaters. And as you can see in the picture, I'm modeling it. So I try to model these sweaters because realistically, I'm selling these to women, even though they are men's sweaters technically. But I put in the listing, you know, shown modeled on a size, you know, medium. This is a men's extra large or a unisex extra large. Keep that in mind. And I list it under that size. Well, this one's actually a large. But yeah, someone bought this full price and it sold for $48. A lot of these that are more unique, I do list them pretty high because they're harder to find than you think at the thrift store. A lot of the ones I see are really worn or like really itchy, which I know some people don't mind the wool, but I try not to pick up really itchy ones, have holes in them, or, you know, are just not in good condition. So it's harder to find a good grandpa sweater than you think. So since I've done the work of finding them, I want to charge a premium for that. So I listed this one at $48 and they bought it outright. And one thing I will say about these grandpa sweaters or things that I show in my closet that I model, or show in a different way, I pin those listings to Pinterest. I really ideally should pin all of my listings to Pinterest, but the ones that I think are more Pinterest worthy, that look like, I don't know, just a really cool shot, like an Instagram style shot of me wearing the item, I pin those listings, and I do notice they get a lot of attention from that. And who knows, this buyer could have come from Pinterest. We don't have the analytics on that, so I don't know. But I do like to think that that helps drive more traffic to my closet, whatever it may be. So keep that in mind and try pinning your items to Pinterest if you haven't done that before. And that is it for my sales. So those were my 20 most recent sales. Like I said, I hope that gives you an idea of what is selling right now. Things that I've noticed, I mentioned this a bunch of times, but kimonos, which are a spring transition piece. So people, even though it's still winter time, it's cold out, they're wearing sweaters and jackets, they're starting to think about spring and they're looking for those items. So it's important to have those listed now. If you have some that are unlisted, or maybe you like set stuff aside if you don't list it year round, go ahead and list those items. Kimonos are a great transition piece because you can layer them. And then also, like, I sold that pair of shorts and I sold some dresses. So yeah, spring is coming. I think I'm going to do a video coming up on items I'm looking for spring of 2020, because I am starting to source more heavily in those categories, even though I source everything year round. But those are just my thoughts on my most recent sales. I hope that was helpful to you. Please give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. If you like seeing what sold videos and want to see maybe a weekly series of what sold, and hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed to my channel already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.